Hey y'all, PiecesofNika is back. Long time no see, huh? Did y'all miss me? I missed y'all too. I did. So today's video is gonna be kind of random. I just felt like making a video talking to y'all about some of my favorite shows that I watch. And if you watch these shows too, which you can see by the title, please list below what shows you watch and let's talk about it below. So yeah, I first want to start with Power. Okay, so I just found out that Power production got shut down due to COVID when they were filming this season. So I just found out that it'll be back in December. We left off at episode 5. And so tell me what y'all think. I mean, Tariq has a lot going on. He really do. The number one thing I did not like was that he drank that drink from his friend. And I know that it's your friend. If your friend hand you a cup, you're not gonna think they did nothing to the cup. So you're gonna drink it. You're not gonna realize that whoever they were with might have done something to your drink. So he just drunk it after the girl. Oh, I forgot that. If you haven't seen it yet, spoiler alert, you might not want to watch this because I'm gonna be talking about everything that happened. So I'm telling you now, X out this video if you haven't seen Power yet or if you're not caught up, because we're gonna talk about it. So yeah, so the girl put something in the drink, but I think she didn't mean for Tariq to do that. She was trying to drug his friend so that she can get information out of him about Tariq. That's what I think happened. I don't know, what do y'all think? But I was just shocked that he ended up being the one drinking the drink, and you could tell she was scared because that was not her intention. So I was just like, man. And then when she went in the room with him and he was passed out and she used his phone to do the Face ID, and you know, with those iPhones you can unlock it with your face, and that scared me because I'm like, I need to turn my Face ID off because I don't want nobody to use my phone and unlock my phone like that. But I don't plan on being passed out nowhere like that either though. So I don't know. What I may do is just when I'm out and about in front of a lot of people, like a party or something, I'll turn my Face ID off. As long as I'm at home, it's safe, I can leave it on. But I didn't like that part. So yeah, she basically was able to track his phone, and then she called her uncle, which is that I think he's the Attorney General, Sachs, and he was able to go follow him and listen in to what he was saying at his dad's grave. He basically was telling his dad, you know, I did it. And well, he didn't really confess though that he did it. He was basically just telling him he was mad at him and everything was his fault, that all of this is happening, and he did what he had to do. And that's literally all he said. So Sass was recording that. I don't know what he's gonna try to do with that information, but guess we'll have to wait and see on that part. And then there was another part when he was sitting on the stairs at the party and the girl Diana came, which is Mary J. Blige's either her daughter or her niece. I don't know. Is that her daughter or her niece? Let me know below. But she saw the gun in his bag and took the gun out his bag. And I'm like, why would you take his gun? He needs that for his protection. Like, what is going on? You're supposed to be his friend, I guess. He don't really know you like that, but you're supposed to be his friend, and you taking guns out of his bag. Like, why? Why? I still don't understand why she did that. But she went and she told Mary J. Blige she took the gun, and she was like, you shouldn't have done that. Why did you do that? And she basically kind of fussed at her for that. And so what they did that I didn't like was they ended up inviting him over there and giving him a whole new gun. They never mentioned anything about what happened to your gun or nothing like that. They were just like, yeah, you need protection. Here you go. Get this piece. Told her other dude's son to go get the gun and give it to him. He was like, why? I got to give him my gun. She was like, give it to him. And so I just didn't like that. I'm just like, what are y'all trying to do? I mean, I guess I know they don't really trust him like that because they don't know him and he don't know them like that. But to take the boy gun and then replace it with one of theirs, I don't know. Something about that I did not like at all. So I guess we gotta wait and see how that's gonna turn out. But as far as his friend that's helping him sell the drugs, Tariq's friend, I don't trust him either. He seems like he's gonna blow the whole thing up because he seems like he talks a lot. And it seems like if too many people ask him questions about what's going on, I feel like he may slip up and talk to the wrong people and it's gonna get to the wrong hands, and this whole thing just gonna be just messed up. I don't know. But as far as Lauren, which is the girl he likes in his class, and Diana, him being torn in between the middle of them, I feel like Diana is off limits because that's like business mixed with pleasure. You know, you're trying to work with her family, Mary J. Blige and all them. So you don't really need to get involved with her. And then Lauren, his classmate, she has a boyfriend already. He found it out when he went to her house and he came there. And I was just like, how she flirting with him and got a whole boyfriend? Really? That kind of pissed him off because you could tell he likes her. So I feel like out of the two of them, Lauren is who he would be better off with, which he probably shouldn't be with neither one of them, really, because they got too much going on. He really just need to keep both of them as friends. But when he found out she had a boyfriend, he didn't like that. He did not. But he liked her so much, I think he still was kind of like, I'll still like talk to her. I won't give her the cold shoulder. So, you know, she apologized and all of that. But I'm like, girl, he ain't trying to be fighting your dude. No, for what? He didn't even know you had a dude till he showed up. And then you questioning him talking about who was Diana when she saw Diana pop up on his phone. Girl, you got a whole boyfriend. But yeah, that's that on that. And then let's see what else. The other guy on there being gay. I was really shocked by it. I didn't even see it. It came completely left field for me. When he went up to the school supposedly to check on Tyreek and ended up almost sleeping with one of the basketball players who is obviously not out yet. I was just like, what? Okay, well, I feel like if you're gay and you trying to date somebody who ain't out the closet yet, you wasting your time, because if they embarrassed to be with you in person, in public, then there's really not somebody you need to be with. So he needs to just leave him alone. He ain't ready yet. He don't want to come out. Leave him alone. No. And then I guess the guy thought that he was in the closet too, and he was like, no, my whole family knows. I didn't even know his whole family knew. I thought nobody knew. I thought it was a secret, but apparently Mary J. Blige knows. His sister already knew. All of them knew. And let's see, what else? What do y'all think about Method Man sleeping with the lady who's working with him? I guess she's an attorney too. What do y'all think about them sleeping together? And he married. I was just like, what the hell? Really? I didn't see that coming. I really thought it was going to be tape under the Rand's tape under those sheets were. I didn't expect it to be Method Man. And I didn't even know he was married on the show. I was like, what? When she reminded him to get his ring and put it on before he left. Really, dude? Okay, well, he better hope his wife don't find out. Whoever she is, I wonder who they gonna have playing her, or are we gonna ever meet her? I don't know. But yeah, that's messy. Very messy. And last but not least in the show, let's talk about those professors. Do you feel like that female professor of his has a sex addiction? I feel like she has a sex addiction, and it's almost like she can't help herself. I don't know, like she knew that the guys had just leveled one of his students, and then she in his office the next day trying to have sex with him. Like, do you want it or you don't? What is it gonna be? Like, you seem like you don't know what you want. So, Kim, you okay? You okay? Dog over here acting like y'all throw up. But yes, she act like she don't know what she wants, and she's confused. And then the basketball star Zeke saw her at the coffee shop and started trying to like basically hit on her, and she was looking at him like, I'm gonna hit him next. He gonna be my next victim. So I really think that she's probably gonna sleep with him too. I don't know. I hope not. She need to get some strength. She need to go get some help. She obviously has an issue or a problem or something going on inside of her where she can't control herself. I don't know, but homegirl needs some help. Or if she in love with that other professor, she need to just let him know so they can be together. Because clearly they're in love with each other, but if she's going to be sleeping with other people and all of that, and he going to be sleeping with other people, I guess they're going to have an entanglement, or they just going to have an open relationship, because both of them, if you ask me, got issues, and they just need to either be together or not. So that's it about Power. The next show that I'm going to be talking about is Sisters. And then I also want to talk about Bruh. That's like Tyler Perry's other show, which is kind of like a spinoff from Sisters, and then Bros is a little slow, but I mean, I still watch it just to support Tyler Perry. But let's first talk about Sisters. I don't know if y'all watch it or not, but that show is good. It's so good. So Andy is the attorney on there who just found out that the guy she was dating or in love with, was embezzling money for years, and basically all of her stuff got seized with his. He got arrested. She was left out in the middle of nowhere to try to find her way home. She was miles and miles and miles away from her house, and then this random guy came, pulled up, asking her did she need help, and I was like, something about that just real random, like where he come from? I don't trust that. Something is not right. Why? I mean, I understand he trying to help her, but why are you here? Who sent you? And then that guy finally told her that he worked for the FBI, and that's why he was there to help her, to see if she needed his phone or ride home. And she finally asked for his phone and called for her other friends to come get her, but they were like, we can't come. And then one of them was like, I'm gonna come, but it's gonna be about 2 hours or an hour. And she was just like, don't worry, he's gonna take me home. So as he was telling her, yeah, he been doing this for years. He had a first wife. Now that guy didn't never tell her about his first wife. She had no idea. She knew about his ex-wife, but she didn't know it was a wife before that. So that had her mad. So she had him take her to the police station, and he's sitting up there talking about his ex-wife setting him up. Everything is a lie. They lied on me. And I'm looking at him like, I don't believe him. I really don't think I believe him, but an inch of me feel like he could be being set up, but then I don't know. And sometimes these men can just lie to you straight in your face and have you thinking they telling the truth, and then you let your love cloud your mind and your brain and your thinking cells that's in your brain, and then you start thinking maybe he's telling me the truth. No, girl, he is lying to you. Lying. So he basically got mad when he saw that she kind of wouldn't believe in him. So he started yelling at her, and she was like, this anger is not helping you at all. So she was like, I'm done. And she walks out. But before she walked out, he was like, you gonna leave me when I need you the most? Like, dude, no. Go, girl, run as fast as you can. So she gets to her apartment, all her stuff being removed from her apartment. So she ain't got no car, she ain't got her phone, she ain't got no money, she ain't got access to her money. All her stuff in her apartment getting seized. Like, she's finna have nothing because of this dude. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then so I was telling my husband, I was like, how can they prove that she didn't buy all that stuff with his money? And see, and she messed up when he asked her to transfer some money from his account into her account so that his wife won't get it, his ex-wife, because he thought she was going to try to get it. And I knew that was a bad idea. She should not have done that, but she did it anyway because she loves him. And she was just like, oh, okay, well, I guess I can do that to help you out. But I was like, no, girl, don't do it. She had so many red flags that showed her that this dude was a F-boy. I don't want to say the word, but a fuck boy. But she just loved him so much, she just did it. And she just kept giving him chance after chance when he kept showing her like, girl, this dude is up to something. He can't be trusted. But now she see. But so apparently he had $14 million that she put in her account. 14 million. Yeah, million. They don't know if she bought that stuff in her apartment with that money. So now they're thinking she's involved, and now she's trying to prove that she ain't involved with any of that she had no idea about any of that. All of that is new news to her. So now she's trying to figure out what tax attorney she can get to help her try to figure out how to get her out of that, I guess. She's in a pickle, girl. And so now they're at one of her other friends' house, which her name is Sabrina. She works at the bank, and she was the one who signed over to get that money transferred out of his account into her account. And now she about to possibly lose her job because she wasn't supposed to do that, because she followed all the protocols and get all the signature checks and all that stuff, check proper IDs and all of that. Because I believe they was really supposed to come in person, him and her, and do all this and sign it and stuff. I don't know. She didn't follow all the rules, and now her boss told her, leave your key card and go home. I'll call you, and the FBI gonna call you too. So now she possibly finna lose her job. So when she gets to her apartment, all her friends are there, all her sisters. They're all there, and they looking sad and pitiful because they all got so much shit going on. This is just too much going on. So they're there. She walks in. She tells them what happened. And Andy, the attorney, one whose fault it was, she was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I'm going to fix this. Can I use your computer? So she goes in the room. You use her computer because she's going to try to see if she can contact somebody that can help her. Meanwhile, they in there talking. So the other one, her name's Karen. She's a hairstylist. She owns her own hair salon. She's in a pickle because now she got her ex-boyfriend, which she's kind of with, kind of ain't. It's complicated. He's trying to win her heart and tell her, you know, be with me. I love you. She don't know because he ain't got no job. She looking at him like he a bum dude because he ain't working. He ain't got no car. But he had a job. I don't know if he lost his job. They ain't really been showing him at work, but he worked at the airport. So I don't know if he lost that job or what happened, but he ain't had no car or anything. So, you know, but she was in love. He stayed with her until she dumped him, and because he started cheating on her, and so she broke up with him. But now he's like, that won't happen again, I'm sorry. So she's trying to decide if she want to take him back. But in the meantime, with them being separated from that, she meets this other guy, Aaron, who is a pastor. She didn't know he was a pastor when she first met him. She hadn't slept with him or anything, but she found out he was a pastor. That kind of made her feel like, ooh, let me close up my shirt and let me pull my dress down. So she felt awkward and uncomfortable. And then he dropped the bomb on, let her know that he was married and was kind of still married, but finna be separated from his wife, right? So while wife come up to her job and blows her brains out right in front of her, she was like, I'm coming up here because I want you to leave my husband alone, and I love him. We're going to get back together. And she was like, we're not sleeping with each other. I'm only just talking to him, and that's it. And she was like, well, you need to leave him alone. And she was like, you need to go talk to him. And old girl just turned around, put the gun in her mouth, blew her brains all out everywhere. Like brains just splattered all on Karen, all on other people. It was a mess. So yeah, they had to come clean that up and take her out of there. So her mom, the lady who shot herself, mom blames Karen, saying that if you wasn't messing with her husband, this wouldn't have never happened. And then she was like, this is not my fault. Obviously they had problems way before me, and this is not my fault. And I was like, right, it's not. I mean, go take that up with him. And so he kind of apologized for everything. You could kind of tell he felt bad about all of that. And the reason why they were getting divorced was he found out she was sleeping with his friend or somebody that he knew. He didn't like that, so he was done with her. But she ended up killing herself, and that kind of hurt him too. And so the woman who killed herself, mom, sends her brother to Karen's house to kill her. So he shows up there with a knife to stab her. She goes and pull out her gun, and she was getting ready to shoot him. But right before that, DeVal walks in. Well, his name is Zach on the show, but his real life name is DeVal. He comes there and start fighting with the dude. So once he able to get the dude on the ground, he when he stood up, she ended up shooting him. And so right before she shot him, and we don't know if he did yet, but right before she shot him, he had stabbed Zach, DeVal. He stabbed him, but she ended up shooting the guy, and they got out of there. So she trying to decide which one of them she want to be with. It's just too much going on. So he goes to the hospital for his stab wound. They don't know where the guy is she shot. I guess he somewhere. We don't know where he at. We don't know if he alive or not. So they goes to her apartment, and the police is there. They about to see if it's going to be considered a homicide. It's just a lot going on in this show, y'all. I'm telling you, get into it. It's called Tyler Perry Sisters. Get into it. Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock. But yeah, so DeVal starts cleaning up his blood, and she was like, okay, well, I'll be back. I'm going to go back over to my friend's house and see what's going on with them. If you can, bring me some clothes. So he goes over in the house, and he sees one of the police officers there. Apparently, this is a lady who's trying to, like, sleep with him. She just want to be with him just for sex. And she was like, I see you got a little girlfriend. And I'm just like, girl, no. He just told you. It's complicated. Now you sitting here trying to sleep with the dude. Obviously, he got a girlfriend that he in love with, but I guess he can keep her number just in case Karen decides, I don't want to be with you, I'm going to go be with this preacher. And then he could be with the police officer. But right now, he got too much going on to be trying to figure out what he going to do with this police officer lady. Like, girl, no. So, as he cleaning up his blood and getting ready to get her some clothes, take over there, guess who shows up to her apartment? The pastor. So he like, oh, you just pops up over here, huh? I guess you don't call, you just show up. He was like, yeah, pretty much, she don't mind. So he was like, well, she not here, and I'm trying to clean up the blood. All this is your fault because your ex-wife was crazy and her mama sending this man over here. So all this is your fault. And he was like, well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause all these problems and stuff. And he was like, mind you, he don't have a car. So he was like, well, I'm glad you here because me and you both finna go take her these clothes. And he was like, no, I can take them by myself. And he was like, nope, we going together. I was like, that's gonna be awkward. Both of her men finna show up over there. So that's how it ended. It went off with both of them at the door. I guess they gonna try to get some answers out of her on which one of us you gonna be with. Like, you need to make a decision. And me personally, I think that she needs to be by herself. That's just me. I just feel like neither one of them will be a good option. Even though she loves Zach, aka DeVal, if he's not able to care for her and provide for her the way she thinks that he should, then maybe he's not a good fit for her. If she's not all the way comfortable being with a pastor and whatever that entails for a relationship, I don't know what it's like being in a relationship with a pastor, but if she don't want to do that, then he's off too. And it seems like on the next episode, the pastor's gonna be trying to sleep with her and everything, and it's like, how does that work, y'all? Like, you a pastor, you ain't supposed to be having sex and all of that, right? I mean, I don't know, y'all tell me. That just seems really awkward, but that's what's going on that show with all of the women and what they got going on. There's one more that's on that show named Danny. The only thing she's got going on is she's dating this white guy that she's never dated before. She's never dated anybody white, so she's just basically trying to like drop her wall down and let him in and just kind of see what she's gonna do with him. Other than that, she don't have any drama. She's the only one with no drama. So yeah, y'all get in tune with that. That's a good show. I love that show. I really plan on making these videos to give y'all my input on what I think they should do. But if y'all don't watch these shows, I don't know, I'm not gonna have y'all to talk about it too in the comment section if y'all don't watch them. But y'all need to watch these are good shows. But yeah, moving on to the next show, Bruh. So these are some bruhs. I don't know if they're in a fraternity or what, but he's calling the show Bruh. I mean, when I think of a bruh, I think of a cute dog or just some guy that's in a fraternity. He didn't ever say if these guys were in fraternities, but they're just brothers, I guess. They call themselves bruh. But anyway, I specifically just want to talk about the one who was trying to get his ex-girlfriend back because he did her wrong and straight dogged her out. Then once he found out she was finna get married to this other guy, he feels the need to go and break up her wedding and tell her he loves her and he's sorry to put her through all that and expects for her to be with him. Now back up though, let me back up a little bit. The night before the wedding, he crashed her bachelorette party. Yeah, he did, just to kind of confess his love and try to stop her. But she kept saying, I'm getting married tomorrow. There's nothing you can do to stop me. It's going to happen. So he was getting ready to leave, but he went to the bathroom before he left. And she comes in the bathroom, and y'all tell me why they had sex. In the bathroom at the restaurant, yes, the day before her wedding. I knew that was a bad idea. I had a feeling that, you know, she probably still kind of wanted him or wanted to see one last time what the D felt like, but that was a bad idea. And so he thinking, okay, so does this mean that you're not getting married? And she's still gonna tell him, yep, I'm still getting married. Like, girl, no, you a thought. You a thought. And so the owner of the restaurant came busting up in there too, like, oh, y'all really in here doing this? They ain't even locked the door. So she was like, oh, you getting married tomorrow now, and look at you in here, y'all nasty. So she told me to get out of there. So now they at the wedding. Wedding started late, and so finally he gets there right at the part where they was like, if anybody have something to say. He walks in, and the guy was like, what are you doing? I'm out to fight you, you know, you need to leave. And he was like, fight me. You know, he tried to, the guy had on a sling on his arm because he rode over there on a horse so he could try to be romantic, and fell off the horse and broke his arm. So his arm was in a sling. And I'm like, how you gonna fight her dude with your arm in a sling? Anyway, they started fighting and it's just a mess. So she was like, your friends need to get you out of here. So they got him out of there. And come to find out, you know, the lady that owns the restaurant, she ended up staying throughout the wedding, and she told her son, which is one of his friends, that the wedding was not completed. She said she couldn't go through with it. And so I guess that means that she felt guilty, because I know that guilt would have ate me up knowing I had just slept with my ex the night before I'm about to marry you. So she couldn't go through with it. And so that's how it ended for that episode. On the next episode, she's probably going to try to find him and tell him I couldn't go through with it. Let's go ahead and try to be together again. And I don't know, how do y'all feel about that? If your ex came to you pleading to you that they want to get back with you, they messed up, they love you, would you give them a chance? Me personally, I probably wouldn't. It just depends on how bad that ex treated me. If our breakup wasn't that bad and I was single, I probably would maybe entertain the thought of that. But most of my exes and I, once we were done, we were done. Like, I've never given that ex another chance. But I was surprised that she did that. Yeah, if y'all are wondering, this nose ring is not a nose ring. It's a fake diamond I put in there to look like a nose ring. Just wanted to see how it would look. I know that's random, but anyway. So yeah, and then the other friend on there is basically doing the same thing with his girlfriend. They both had an understanding that they're not going to be exclusive with each other. They're going to still like sleep around. So he slept with other girls, she slept with other guys, but they were still sleeping together. And he decides, oh, well, you know, I just want to be with you now. I don't want to sleep around. But she was still having her same other dudes that she was sleeping with. And she was like, well, I don't want to be just with you because you're not going to break my heart. And I know you're a player and you're going to still sleep with other women. So he been trying to convince her that he's not. So he shows up at the wedding with the other guy that was crashing the wedding. That he showed up with him so that he could get her back, because both of the girls are friends. The one that was getting married and her friends. So she shows up at the wedding with her dude, with some other dude, and he was like, who is this dude? Didn't we just say we gonna be together, just me and you? And she was like, yeah, we talked about that, but no, I don't believe you, so this is who I'm here with. And so he was like, no, I'm finna come sit next to you. So he goes over there and sit next to her. That part was so funny. And the guy was like, you need to leave. And he was like, no, me and her gonna be together. I don't know what she gonna do with you, but me and her gonna be together. And I'm just like, these guys on here are so funny. It's like they want to wait till the last minute to try to confess they love to somebody. Why you didn't act like that when you had the person? Why you always got to wait till it's too late? Why do men do that? They wait till it's too late and you happy with somebody else and want to start coming and be like, I love you. Where was all this love when we were together? Huh? Where? When? And that's that. And there's the other one on there. He's single. He ain't got no girl, no problems or nothing. He just kind of running that sandwich shop with his mother. And she's something else. His mama crazy. But yeah, the show's pretty slow though. I mean, but I still watch it because I like it. And I just want to support Tyler Perry and all his shows. Don't really be nothing else on, nothing else to watch. So, but yeah. So let's see, what other shows am I watching? Oh yeah, I gotta talk about The Have and the Have-Nots. I don't know if y'all watch that too. That's another Tyler Perry show that I absolutely love. It comes on Tuesdays. Yeah, so Wyatt is stupid and took himself back to the Iron Bar where the mob family is, the Malones, and he shouldn't have went there. He's stupid. He just don't be thinking. It's like he wanna die. But they got him locked in a basement somewhere. They probably gonna kill him on the next episode. And at this point, I don't know. I'm just not worried about him because he keep doing stupid stuff as if he wanna die. So Wyatt, I'm just gonna pray for Wyatt. And then Benny trying to find out if the man raped his mama, and he found out that he did, which is the man that she was dating. And she was really liking him till she saw this tattoo on his chest, and she remembers seeing that same tattoo when she was 17. And she was like, that's the guy who raped me. And so she broke up with him and told him to leave her alone. I remember you. And he was like, that was a long time ago. I was young, I was stupid, I was on drugs, I was high, I didn't know what I was doing. So if you were young and you got raped and then you grew up and started dating the guy who raped you and you didn't know it was him till you realized it, would you give him a chance? If you think he's a changed person, do y'all think somebody can change from that? Now granted, people can change, but would you still want to date somebody who literally raped you when you were younger? Like, that has to be hard. So Benny punched the guy and started beating him up because he was mad. He was like, you raped my mama, you can't make up with her for that because he want to make it up to her. He said, how you gonna make up a raping? You can't. It's nothing you can do. Raping somebody is bad. Like, that's terrible. That's the worst thing you can do to a woman is rape her. Like, no. But at the same time, I feel kind of sorry for him because I'm like, yeah, well, it was a long time ago. He probably was sick back then, but he seems like a nice guy now. So I'm just like, maybe she should give him a chance. But then part of me like, no, he raped her. No, he need to leave her alone. Bye. Go on about your life. Bye. So I guess we'll see what happens with that. She did tell him to leave her alone, so I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. And so the Criers, which are the billionaires on there, their son tried to kill them. So one is in jail and the other one's in the hospital. And his mom's in jail because she ended up shooting the DA when she found out that she gave him his money, all of his inheritance money that he basically her son went and spent it all on drugs and almost killed herself with an overdose. So she shot the woman because she was like, this wouldn't have happened if she wouldn't have gave you that money. So she shot her and killed her, and they did away with the body, and so now she in jail. So I don't know how that's gonna play out. I don't know how she gonna get herself out of that because she sure shot that woman. So I don't know. We got to wait and see. But yeah, so they got Benny and his sister Tika Sumter. They have $8 million of their money that they kind of stole out of that account and won't put it back in there. They like, we finna live off of this money. They do not plan on giving him that money back. But it's like, they billionaires. They don't care. That ain't $8 million ain't nothing to a billionaire, but that's still their money though. So their mom is like, give that man back his money. And they were like, no, we're not. So she was like, oh, because she's a Christian lady, their mama. Hannah said, if y'all don't want to give him back his money, then y'all need to get out of my house because I raised y'all better than this. And y'all not finna steal this man money and think y'all can live under my roof. So she put him out of her house and she told him to leave her alone. She done did away with them. She done washed her hands. And so they about to just go start new lives other places. And so I see that the president, this guy that's running for the president on there, is trying to get with Tika Sumter. And she was falling in love with him, but she saw that he chose that over her. And he basically didn't want to be with her because of her past. He still looked past it, but they were like, you're going to be the president now. You can't run around town with a thought. And she was a thought, but she's trying to change and do better. So, you know, I hate that happened. He ended up kind of throwing her in the back of a car and sending her on her way. And she been hurt ever since he did that. But apparently the guy that's working for him is going to try to get them back together. So hopefully they are able to get back together. I don't know. We're just going to have to see what happens with that because you can tell she still loves him. But yeah, that's that on that. That show comes on Tuesdays. Sisters comes on Wednesdays. Bruh comes on Fridays. And yeah, so those other shows, y'all already know. Power comes on Sunday. I just watched those and I decided I would make a video to talk to y'all about the shows. And I see that Games People Play is coming back on, so I'll be tuned into that. I see that they said Lauren London is not gonna be on there that much because, you know, since Nipsey died, she's kind of been laying low. She's always been very private, and I really don't see how she can stay so private without people finding out anything. It's almost like nobody's really checking for her, and she's glad nobody's really worried about what she's doing, where she at, and all that stuff. But I really like her role on there. She was one of the reasons I was watching the show. So hopefully maybe she'll come back to the show. I'm excited to watch that. If y'all watch that show, Games People Play on BET, I don't know what nights that's gonna come on, but I'll make a video talking about that show. And if there's any new shows that y'all watch, let me know down below so I can check them out. It's a couple that I see people talk about. I think it's Lovecraft or something like that, and then The Shy. I never got into neither one of those shows, but I'm always looking for something new to watch. I was thinking about logging in and signing up for Netflix so I can be able to watch some Netflix shows. So yeah, that's probably gonna be the end of this video. It's probably way too long. Sorry about that, but I just wanted to kind of put all of the shows into one video instead of doing it separately. But yeah, if y'all watch any of these shows, let me know down below what y'all think and y'all opinion on it, and let's just talk about it down below. If y'all don't watch these shows, then tune into these shows. I'm telling you, they are really good, and it's really the only thing I watch. I just thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. And if there's any other videos y'all want me to do, let me know down below and I will film them for you, because I have a new camera now. I don't know if y'all can tell about the quality, but the quality should be better now. So y'all just let me know what else y'all want to see from me and I'll make it happen. Thank y'all. See y'all in the next video. Bye.